My name is Mario Silvestro. I'm from Coventry and studied at Aston University studying Product Design Innovation MSc. Yeah, I chose Aston because it was basically the university I always wanted to come to, effectively. And as soon as I got here, I fell in love with the university immediately, as pretty much exactly as I expected to. And the course, again, Aston University is kind of like famous for both business and engineering, and the engineering department in the main building is like really famous as well. So I was really excited to be part of that as well. Absolutely excellent department, and they've always got loads of time for you whenever you've got any kind of question, whether it's stupid or not. They've always got time to sit there with you and explain any number of issues you may be having with the course or your module, or just they've got all the time in the world for you, and it's excellent. What I think I'll always be grateful for Aston Uni is that I had no idea what sort of design I wanted to do until I came to this university. And from kind of sitting there with the lecturers and sitting there with my supervisor, talking to people on my course, I actually discovered an area of design that I'm actually really passionate about, which for me is a huge deal because, you know, the design is a vast, broad spectrum of different subjects and different areas that you can study. And for me, I'll always be really grateful because I never thought I would actually find that specific area of design that I wanted to study in, which I wanted to do like a further research into and maybe even find a job in. So in terms of the things that I love the most about it, probably the lecturers are up there as the top for me. That's how I'd rate any university. I don't really care what the facilities are, as long as they're good at communicating, good at structuring, well organised, and just approachable. It was fun. It was perfect. Even the technicians were excellent, you know. So yeah, that was kind of the best bit about it for me. One of my favourite modules, and also the hardest module. I actually chose it as kind of like a gamble. I was like, well, if I'm honest, Mario, you either do this module and fail it, in which case you're never going to be a designer, or you do it and you do become a designer. It is as simple as that. And I did. It was the CAD Principles and Material Selection module with Paul Warrington, I believe it was. And we had to basically design and test a femoral stem implant. So for me, the main problem was I'm not from an engineering background particularly. In fact, I failed physics at A-level. So, but I was kind of like, well, you know, this is the skill that's going to separate me from being a stylist to sketching pretty pictures to actually designing products that improve people's lives and stuff. The last thing I ever expected was to be good at research. I always thought, I mean, when I was at school, I was told I was dyslexic and like very difficult at learning new things and stuff. And then it turned out when I got here that actually I was told by my lecturers that I'm a more inquisitive kind of designer, and the way I look into and approach problems is inquisitive. So I'm more of a researcher, really. So kind of for me, having completed my degree, I never expected to be seriously considering doing a PhD. So that's another thing that I'm like, can't believe that I kind of, an epiphany that I reached sort of thing. It was, researching was another thing that I learned about that I had absolutely no clue that I was even good at, and it turned out that I was really good at it actually. So yeah.